Hi, Mustangs. Let me adjust volume. I don't know if that matters to you, but sorry about that. So, take two. Hi, Mustangs. This is Mr. Wormuth, and this is a rundown of what you can expect for the week of Monday, April 13th. This is actually week 14. We've got about a month of school left, which seems crazy, but we'll make the most of it as well as we can. Try to make it as normal as we can. All right, so as always, you're going to start by going to modules from the main page, the main class page. And this is week 14, so we're going to scroll down to week 14. Now, one thing that I haven't done, but I'll do right now, is I told the other class that's reading Al Capone that I'm going to make sure that I move the links from the previous week down. So I'm not changing anything necessarily, but I just want to make sure that you always have the links and that they are current. So under week 14, you should see the weekly assignment page. You should see Greek and Latin roots 4B. We'll talk about that in just a second. You have the reading schedule for Al Capone. You have the link for the online novel Al Capone, and then a reading check. We'll talk about that too. So we click on the assignment page for the week. I just want to point out, as always, that you need to make sure that you read everything. Even though we only have one gray day, Wednesday, you should always read through every day of the week. There are reminders. I'm going to just make the blue days reminder days. I might give you something that's interesting to share with you. But essentially, the blue days, the navy days are going to be reminder days for us. So it says click here for a message. That's what this is. You can always find these messages. They're on YouTube. You can just listen to them as many times as you need to. Hopefully they help you, and they're giving you the information you need to understand what you're doing each week. If not, email me and ask, and I can make changes. So reminders for today. Have you started reading Al Capone Does My Shirts yet? You should, because we started this together on Friday. We talked about that. You should be through chapter 4 for tomorrow. It says tomorrow, but that's really Wednesday. I'll change that today. How about some Greek and Latin roots? Click on the link below to start learning List 4B. I don't know exactly how we can use this or what we're going to do, but I at least thought it's one of those normal things that you're used to. There's no reason why we can't put it out there. So you can click on Tiny Cards. I'll click with you and we'll see if it works. It should work. And it'll take you to List 4B. Yep, there they are. And just like always, you can click through these. You can go through and learn these new roots, and maybe we'll come up, Miss Dolphin and I will come up with something that you can do, some kind of simple assignment. Maybe not leaves on a tree or teeth or whatever we did last time, but something. So go back to the assignment page. That's there for you to kind of play with and mess around as you like. Wednesday, April 15th. This is our gray day. So I think the feeling going forward will probably be that most of what we do is related to the novel. So we read. We're going to read all the time. Even on days that we don't have school, like Tuesday, you still have things you need to read, chapters you need to read. That's the only way we're going to make it through the book. Normally, we would spend about 4 weeks reading a book, and that's what we're doing with the remote learning stuff. Okay, so nothing has changed in that regard. It's the same pace we would have used in class if we were meeting, and now you have more time to read. You should be through chapter 4, where it says click here. You can click on that. On Wednesday, you'll have a quiz, a reading check, because we don't want to say it's a quiz, right? It's a reading check. It's just 5 questions. It's online. It's on Canvas. There's no password. I can't remember if we've done it this way or not, but I've done it with other classes. So it should be very, very easy. It is timed, which means you only have 5 minutes to complete it. So you have 5 simple questions about the story. Who's the author? Who's the first person Moose meets? Who's Piper? That kind of stuff that you'll see when we have these days. And you'll have 5 minutes to answer those 5 questions. It's not hard. It's not something that should take you a ton of time. My fear is that if I give you unlimited time, some of you will just flip through your pages and try to find the answers and take you an hour to do 5 questions. It's not meant to be that. It's just a quick check to make sure that you've done the reading. Nothing too hard. Okay. After the quiz, it says click here for some discussion on the beginning of the story. You need to make at least one post in the discussion. So this is something new for us, but we'll try. We're going to do an online discussion. And when we click here, let's see what it shows us. You should see a page kind of like this. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different questions. It says you can answer any of these questions. You can ask your own questions, or you can just make some kind of statement or observation about the story. If you have like specific questions, you don't know what's happening, you don't know who someone is, you don't know why things are happening a certain way, you can post those here. Okay. All you have to do is hit the reply button, and then it gives you a text box. You can type in what you think. Hope everyone is enjoying the story. And then once I submit, I bet my submit button is down here. There it is. Post reply. Then after you submit something, you'll be able to see what other people have submitted. Okay? You can like things, you can reply. It should be fun. All you have to do though is one time for this assignment, because I'm going to give you points for it, one time either ask a question, answer a question, say something that's relevant to the story or relevant to the discussion. Don't just put hi, and that's not going to count. Okay, just do something, type something, add something to, like we would do in class, a discussion. All right, that is that. I gotta go back to this page, maybe week 14. All right. There's one more quick thing here for you. This video is something I found. It's new. I don't think I've seen it before. It's a short story, a short video clip about kids that actually lived on the island over the time of Alcatraz being a prison. If you want to watch it, you can. You don't have to. It's not an assignment. It's just a video. But it's what we're reading about. It's kids that grew up on the island and what they experienced and what life was like. You see lots of pictures, and they talk about the things that they did, and it's fun. You should definitely check it out. All right, next is Friday. Reminders for today. Okay, so again, Blue Day's not our day, but here's your reminders. Keep reading your book. Click here for the reading schedule. You should be through chapter, I can't read it from my video, chapter 10 for Monday. That means you've read 1 through 10 for a week from today, Monday. Okay? Be prepared for another reading check on Monday. It's possible. Not always going to happen, but possible. And have you been reviewing your root list? Use the link below. Next week, we'll try to do something with the roots. Okay? And that's it. If you have questions, please ask. If you need anything, please ask. Please email me. I've heard from a couple of you already, and that's great. You've had really good questions. Enjoy the book. The book is really cool. If you need a copy of the book, please see Mrs. Richardson or Mr. Lowry. Go to Wainwright and ask, and they will be happy to get you a copy of the book. Okay? Or email me, and I'll email them. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.